Hey guys, it's me, Azul. So I've been trying to record this video for about 20 minutes and I don't know why I can't speak today, so I'm gonna try to tell it as fast as I can. I'm really sorry. Also, if you notice the audio is different, I'm recording with my phone right now. Maybe it's better than my mic. I'm trying to get the best quality I can, but it's just not working. I don't know what to do. So, as you might have noticed on the title of this video, it's gonna be a story time, in which I tell you some little short stories over the Speedpaint. But first I want to talk a little about this picture that you're seeing right now. Gore is not something I draw usually, and most of the things I do are cute little girls or some creatures, animals, I don't know, you can check my DeviantArt, it's really all cutesy stuff. But from time to time, I like to do something more bloody, like some bloody eyes or some dismemberment, something like that. But it's not really my style and I don't even practice it, so it's not gonna look super realistic. Anyways, I like how it came out at the end. I think it was better than I expected, and I was just doodling something. So I actually put a lot of effort on it, even though I didn't plan it. So that's good. That's a nice surprise. But anyways, you're here for the stories. I'm gonna tell 3 stories that were a little bit gory. They'll happen when I was a kid. So they were mostly accidents, nothing too dangerous, really. But there was blood involved, so that makes them gory, right? Okay, so the first story I'm gonna tell happened about 4 years ago. Yeah, like 4 or 5 years ago. I was on my mom's computer, a really old desktop computer, and I was playing around with a little brushette stick. You know, like the really long toothpicks that use to, make bruschettes. I was fidgeting with one of those because I always need to have something on my hand. I have that for like years now, and I was playing around with it, and suddenly it fell out of my hand. So naturally, I thought of closing my legs to make it stop from falling. But unlucky me, I closed my legs in the exact moment that the stick is completely horizontally. So, of course, the stick goes right through my leg and my other leg, because it didn't go right through one, it went through both. And I'm just stopped. Like, I can't move, I can't think, I can breathe. I'm just paralyzed. Like, I'm seeing both my legs being stabbed by this little wood stick. So I turned to my mom that was behind me, and I say, "Mom, you gotta see this." Then I turn my body, and my mom just panics, like, oh my god, how did you get that in through it? What are you doing? I have to get this out. And I'm just frozen, like, I didn't react at all. So my mom has to take the toothpick out of my leg. And she's like, okay, calm down. I'll get it out. You just relax, and this will get over quick. And so she grabs my leg and pulls out the stick. And of course it starts bleeding. And I'm just like, what do I do now? She tells me to go to the bathroom, clean it up, make sure it's not infected. So I do that, and after I clean it up, I realize I just got stabbed by a giant toothpick. And he started laughing like a maniac. So I fall onto my bed and started laughing, like with my leg bleeding. And my mom just looks at me like, what's wrong? Why are you laughing? And I just tell her like, I can't believe I was so stupid that I stabbed myself with a giant toothpick. And she just looks at me like, oh my god, my daughter is an idiot. So that was the time I got stabbed. Well, didn't really get stabbed, but pierced through with that wooden stick. I laugh about it when I think it, because it was so stupid, so dumb. I can't believe I did that. And I couldn't walk for like 3 days because it hurt so much. And the worst part is, it was on my inner thigh. So when I walked, I rubbed my legs together. You know what that happened. So it hurt like hell. But thankfully, I didn't get a scar. I didn't get any kind of sickness because the stick was not really that clean. So it wouldn't be bad if it went through my skin. Luckily, nothing happened and I'm still alive. But yeah, that was something. The second story I'm gonna tell happened when I was like 7. I was on first grade, I think. I was at school, it was recess, and I was eating a lollipop, you know, like chill, just eating my candy, and my classmates started to play tag. And of course, I joined in. But I didn't realize that I still got the lollipop on my mouth. So I'm just running with this hard candy on my mouth. And the teachers always say not to run with candy on your mouth. This is why. So I was just running around, playing with all the kids, and one of the kids just pushed me onto the ground. And unlucky me, I fall straight on my face. But I didn't just fall. I fell on the lollipop. Like, I had it on my mouth, but I don't know how, it just went over my teeth and hit the ground first. But then I hit the ground, so my teeth got blasted. So I fell, and when I got up, all my mouth was bleeding. Like someone just punched all my teeth out. It was horrible. It hurt like hell. And of course I started crying, and the teachers come running and ask me, oh my god, what happened? How are you bleeding? And I just couldn't speak. My mouth was full of blood, and my teeth was hurting like someone just pulled it out. Of course, the teacher got me to clean me up and called my mom, and she came and of course started panicking again and asking, "My baby, what happened? How did you get this hurt? Why are you bleeding?" And I was just crying. All my clothes got bloody, the floor was all full of blood. It was just gross. And that's why I need braces. But I'm too much of a pussy to get them. I don't want anyone messing with my teeth. Anyways, that was pretty bad. But the next story I'm gonna tell, I think it's the worst experience I've had, but it's been so long that I can't even remember. This happened when I was just a little kid. I was like 6 at the time. I used to play a lot with a little scooter I had, a green one. I just loved the scooter. Every day I played with it. It was just so much fun. And one day I was at the park with my dad, and this park has like huge hills, like super tall. And these hills have like little concrete ramps for, people who are on wheelchairs or can't really climb, so they can use these ramps to go up and down the hills. And I loved to play there because it was so smooth, and I just could roll around the hill with my scooter. So this day I was playing around with it, and I just started going downhill. And my dad noticed that I was going a little bit too fast. So he starts telling me to stop. But I was already falling like Sonic fast around the hill, and I just couldn't stop. I was like paralyzed. I froze. I didn't remember the brake, and I didn't think of jumping out the scooter either. I was just falling. So my dad starts running behind me, yelling me to stop, and I just couldn't do it. And suddenly, the scooter just shifts and falls, and I fall with it. But I didn't just fall and stop, I rolled on the concrete. Like in cartoons, when a character starts falling and rolling, and they always hit their face first? That happened to me. So I was just rolling and hitting the ground with my face on the harsh concrete. When I finally stopped, my face was just bleeding profusely. It was a complete mess. I started crying and I couldn't get up. Eventually my dad gets me and picks me up and tries to calm me down, but I was just a terrible bloody mess. And he takes me home and cleans me up and set me on the bed, and I was just terrified. Like, I didn't know what happened. I didn't even see myself in the mirror. I just saw blood everywhere. And then my dad calls my mom and tells her that I just fell off the scooter. It was a little accident, nothing happened. But it wasn't the truth. My mom came pick me up the next day, and I was just so scared of what she might think. Like, I didn't even know what my face ended up look like. Like 3/4 of my face were like pure blood. So my dad and I meet with my mom, and I just hide behind my dad, like I didn't even want to see her. And she of course gets worried, like, "Honey, what's wrong? You just fell off the scooter, it's okay. Come with me." So I sneak up behind my dad and I show her my face, and my man just gasped, like the most theatrical, dramatical gasp that you ever heard. And I just started crying, like, oh my god, I thought she would be mad, but she's actually scared? How horrible must I look? So I started crying, my mom started trying to call me, my dad started trying to call us both, and it was just a horrible mess. I was like in home for a month. I couldn't even go to school. My face was just red. I even remember looking myself in the mirror like 2 months later, and I still got all red. It was like a fucking strawberry. It was terrible. Clearly the worst experience I've had in my life. But yeah, those are 3 of my most gory experiences. If you have a gory experience you would like to share, write it down in the comments. And something like this never happened to you, also write them. I like reading your comments, guys. Thank you all so much for your support. It really means a lot to me. But anyway, guys, I had to end this video here. Before I go, I wanted to tell you guys that I have a new design on my shop. It's about May from Name the Roots, and I have stickers and mugs and more things that you can look up if you check the link in the description. And if you like to buy one, that will make me really happy. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. I'll see you next time. Have a nice day.